We finally arrived in Hoi An, a coastal gem in central Vietnam, known for its lush green rice fields, iconic basket boats, vibrant night markets, and laid-back beaches. It's our first time in this beautiful city, and we'll be spending the next few days exploring it all. From paddling through coconut groves to wandering lantern-lit streets at night, we can't wait to dive into everything Hoi An has to offer. So it's our first morning here in Hoi An. We had some breakfast back at our hotel, and then we were just looking for a cafe that we could come and work at for the afternoon, and we found this spot. It's Miss Hội An Café. They've got coffee, they've got oat milk, they've got drinks. Normally they do food, but I guess the kitchen's closed today. But the main thing is that it's in the middle of all of the rice fields, so the views are just gorgeous. There's no AC, but they've got all of the fans going and the lights off and the windows open, and there's just such a nice breeze that I'm not hot at all. Like, it is so nice here. And when you just look out over the rice fields, you're just seeing like the water buffalo, people are working, and it's just so quiet. And you can see the city going all the way around the outside of this area. So it's beautiful, it's serene, and it's going to be very distracting. So we just spent the majority of the day getting some video editing done. They had really good coffee. I had a smoothie bowl. It was wonderful. We were there for probably 6 hours, I think. Now we're very hungry, so we've got a Grab that's coming to get us, and then we're gonna go back to our hotel, I think, to drop off our bags and then find something to eat. While we've been waiting for the Grab, we got some really amazing drone shots of the rice fields and the sunset. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This is probably one of my favorite sunsets that we've had so far on this trip. It's just, there's a bit of like a haze over the rice fields and the trees, and the sky's getting lit up pink. It's really beautiful. After dropping our bags at the hotel, we made our way to Hoi An's famous walking street to find a place to grab some dinner. I think Hoi An is quickly becoming one of my favorite cities in Vietnam. It has a lot to do with the fact that there's so many free options here for me to be able to eat. Last night I had a burger with like gluten-free burger bun. Today I'm having gluten-free pasta. I'm in absolute heaven. I'm so happy. This is incredible. The sauce is like so meaty and fresh. The pasta is cooked like perfectly al dente. It's so good. So we just finished up our dinner, and then we were just going to walk to a less busy tourist area in order to get picked up by a Grab to get back to the hotel. We did walk to dinner, but it was over an hour walk, so we're a little lazy now. We're gonna get a Grab back. As we were walking through some of the night market streets, we came out towards the water and suddenly realized that this is the area where everything is happening. There's this beautiful big bridge that everyone's crossing over, and you can get a boat ride to go up and down the river. It's really beautiful, and there's just so much happening. Like, we thought that some of the side streets were a bit busy, but this place is really busy, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Just all the colored lanterns that are up in front of the shops. There's some live music. There's countless people selling you boat rides and lanterns that you can put into the water. Yeah, it's really pretty. I'm really glad we stumbled upon this and that we decided to turn and come down this way. So one thing we didn't realize when we crossed the bridge and then walked all the way to the end is because it's on a little island, this is basically the only bridge in this area to get across. So we had to double all the way back to cross back over the same bridge. However, there's tons of things to see and lots of live music along the way, so it really wasn't that bad at all. Dave's upset though because there was tons of stalls selling like squid on a stick and rice and banana pancakes, but the guy just wants a deep fried donut, and we have yet to find one in this area.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. So I've been looking for a donut. I saw a couple places selling them. I don't know, they just look good. I haven't had a donut in a while. It's not bad. It's pretty dense. It's not oily, especially for 40,000. This is pretty good, and I'm gonna eat the rest of it.
So the one purchase I made tonight at the Hoi An night market was cat socks. Now, the reason I got these is not to wear on my feet, but I'm going to cut them up and wear them on my wrists when I ride, because over the past little bit, I've gotten these really cute wrist tans on both of my wrists from where my gloves end and my jacket begins. And no matter what I do, I can't seem to keep this part covered. I put on so much sunscreen, so it actually really hasn't burned, but it's just kind of ridiculous. So what I'm going to do is cut the bottom off and kind of sew them back up again so that I have little wrist guards, and they're little cats on bikes. So I felt like it was pretty fitting. After a morning swim at the hotel, we drove back to the Miss Hội An Café to work for the day, before making our way to one of the most popular things to do in Hoi An.
Slowly, slowly.
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 Okay.
Slowly, slowly.
Slowly?
Slowly, yes,
Okay.
slowly. Slowly, okay, yeah.
Okay.
You, okay, yeah. Okay, very good.
So we're in a coconut basket boat right now, just going down a river. We've got our driver here. He's steering the way. He's getting some pretty good speed. Yeah.
The wind's picking up
The
now.
wind's picking up.
Yeah, okay.
We just went through all of these tunnels that are made up from the water coconut trees, and their coconuts on them are really interesting. They're still kind of round, but to me the shapes on them almost look like little star fruits. Our guide said that you can eat them, so
Pretty cool.
yeah, it's really interesting. And there's a bunch of little fish in the water. Dave saw some crabs.
Ooh, now
And
we're
we
really
just
getting
made
out
our
there.
way out into the party district.
Okay, you beautiful, you handsome.
Company that we're using is Coconut Garden Boats. I believe, or Coconut Garden Tours.
Yes.
And it's 100,000 dong per person for 45 minutes. You could do it, it's either 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 60 minutes. We did 45 because we figured that was probably a happy medium. And Dave chose to do it at 5 o'clock. Because right now the sun sets at 6, so we're getting like a sunset boat ride.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a little bit nicer.
Yeah, and it was interesting because when we first got in the boat, it was like it was so quiet. There was nobody else around. There was just a couple of boats in the water. And we get in, and you're going down through the tunnels, and it was still really quiet. And then we came out to the main kind of river area, and then there's just a lot of music playing and people everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Like initially, yeah, no one, and then all of a sudden, tons of people.
And I think it's basically, from what it sounds like, it's like a big circuit. So we start at one end of the river and we go all through the back here, and we'll come around to the other side where they do the crazy basket spinning and there's music playing and stuff. So
Yeah, and the prices between the different times is just an extra $1. I think it was 120,000 for an hour, and then 80,000 for 30 minutes. So good value, especially for someone else doing all the rowing for us.
he's doing well. We're moving. guide insisted on doing a photo shoot with the sun going down, and I don't think I've ever laughed as much in my life.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
If you know what this hand signal means, please let us know in the comments because we still have no idea. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. 1, 2. Okay.
Okay. So coming this late in the afternoon, evening, it's just absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. The sun's going down, the sky's turning pink. I imagine there's not nearly as many people out right now, even though it is still a bit busy, but you can just see all of the boats with speakers are mostly don't have people around them. I'm gonna stop talking now. There were several gentlemen up sort of singing along to popular songs and then passing out tins to collect money.
So he grabbed a clam a while back and then he broke it open and put some clam meat on a little rod and line.
It off.
And now we're gonna go crab fishing. So let's hope I catch something. Oh, get back here.
Yeah, okay. Very good.
Out?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
How do you feel about your crab fishing, Dave?
Oh, I mean, first time, first catch.
Yeah.
I'm 100% on crab fishing.
Yeah.
Very happy?
Oh,
Very
yeah.
happy.
Okay, happy.
What did you think, Dave?
It was really interesting. Well, I mean, there was the boat ride, which was actually pretty cool. And then these tunnels, really cool as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think the tide has gone out now because he's jumped out and is now dragging us back. And before, we were floating fine.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've gained any weight in the last 30 minutes.
I hope not.
So actually, he's out, so we've lost weight. I think the catching of the crab thing is pretty cool. This place is riddled with crabs.
There's obviously some more gimmicky things once you get out into the main thing, but as long as you just, you know, join in, you'll have a great time. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's just hilarious. So this morning we've come down to Anbang Beach. It's basically the most popular beach in Hoi An. And you can definitely tell because it is incredibly busy. It's not loud or anything, like it's not like there's a lot of craziness going on.
No.
But there's just people everywhere. There's beach chairs everywhere. And actually not very many people in the ocean.
No, we got here for probably around 11 o'clock. I've been here for an hour now. Really busy. It is a big beach, so it's not like you're going to be necessarily like cramped for space.
There's tons of chairs, tons of umbrellas. There's no shortage of places to set yourself up. You just might have some close neighbors, though it does seem like people are trying to spread out as much as possible, so that's nice. When you first arrive at the beach, if you're driving a motorbike at least, you have to park off of the beach area. So there's like a designated parking spot, and it was 20,000 per bike. There was also a bunch of just like bicycles parked too. There is a chance that you would pay for a bicycle. I don't know if it would be the same amount, but I think it's basically so that it's somewhere safe. They're going to keep an eye on it and only release it to the right person. And then as soon as you get down onto the sand, there's someone there immediately offering you a beach chair. And so when we first got down, it was 150,000 for 2 people is what we were offered. And we just kind of kept walking down the beach a little bit. Then it was like 120. The ones that we ended up going with, they said 50 each. And I mean, you could probably haggle that down a little further if you wanted to. Another couple that came up just after us, I think they got it for 90 instead of 100. So really you're talking the difference of like 50 cents.
But you get it for the whole day though.
Yeah, you do, which is crazy. Like $5 for both of us for the whole day. You can stay here as long as you want. It's a pretty good deal, especially if you're like a really big beach person. Like we probably won't stay more than an hour or two. I'm not huge beach people, but it's still really nice to come and check it out. And then we got drinks, of course. So we each got a fresh juice as well. I got a watermelon juice. Dave got lemon juice, which does it just taste like lemonade?
It's just lemonade.
They were 50,000 each, so same price as our chairs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We didn't bring water, I don't know why, but I would recommend probably bringing your own water bottles so that you don't have to pay the like increased prices for water, because I think it was like 15 for a small and 30 or something like that for a large, which isn't crazy, but you can get the big water bottles just from any convenience store for 15. So
yeah, and once you're in Vietnam, you'll kind of get the idea of what certain things should cost. Like pop will cost 15 and water will cost 10. If you come to the beach here, just assume everything will be about 3 times more expensive.
And I will say, so far, we've only had one person come up to us since we've sat down to try and have us buy something from them. Someone came around with bracelets. I do see someone who's coming around, I think, with sunglasses and sunscreen. So maybe we'll see how much that's going for, because we are running low on sunscreen.
Yeah, I think the best deal we got so far at the beach here was 120 for like a small bottle of SPF 50.
350 for 450 for 500.
Okay, no, thank you. Obviously, there's a huge markup. It's even if you just walk right off the beach to the first store, it's already like 60% cheaper. So keep that in mind.
All right, so 2 things. One, the water is quite cold. I'm not hot enough to need to go and cool down that much, but it was nice just to walk along the water's edge and just, you know, have the waves crashing into my legs. That was refreshing enough for me for the day. The other thing is once I got my feet in the water and was debating whether or not I was going in, I realized I still had my AirPods on. So yeah, there's definitely a few people in the water looking like they're having a good time. The waves are nice. And the water is very cool and refreshing. So if you're someone who's been actually lying in the sun or, you know, shooting a soccer ball around or something and you need to cool off, it's definitely nice. And the water seemed clear and clean. There wasn't a lot of garbage up by the water's edge. Yeah, it seems pretty nice. So I wasn't planning on going in the water because it was kind of full, but as we were walking back up the beach to leave, we were walking in the water and it suddenly started feeling really refreshing. So I decided to just dunk myself in. So I was only in for a couple of minutes, but yeah, it was refreshing. It was good. I'm glad I did it. Join us next time as we dive into the delicious world of Hoi An's food scene, where we'll be tasting everything from street snacks to local specialties. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.